People periodically have asked me, is it too late, Richard? Can we turn things around? Have we gone too far down the road to socialism? And I've always had the same answer. We have one chance, and one chance only, to save America. And that is if things get real bad, real quick. Guess what? You know, we're there. And many of you, if not most of you here, were not involved 3 years ago. I've been talking to any number of people this evening who got involved, you know, through the Tea Party in 2009, 2010. So 2, 3 times a day, Obama's going to do something that angers you, frustrates you, upsets you. It's okay. Take 30, maximum 40 seconds. Throw something, cuss, whatever, you know. Then get down on your knees and thank God that he's President of the United States. Because I know no other way to save America. We were lulled to sleep, and we're going to lose America. It might take them 20, 30 years, but we were going to lose America. Now we have a chance. We still might lose America, but we have a chance for 2 reasons. One, the arrival of Obama and his excesses, and the Tea Party. It has made all the difference in the world. Conservative Party, number one above everything else, is the silence of conservative leaders. Myself accepted. I've got a big mouth, and I let people know. The book, Conservatives Betrayed. Not a lot of my friends would be associated with those ideas. So that it was the silence, and in many cases it was worse than that. Too many conservative leaders became an arm of the Republican Party. They became tied to the Republican Party. They became an appendage of the Republican Party. They just sold their manhood to the Republican Party. The Tea Party is different. Reagan, in running for president in '76, talked about the need for new leadership. And he was running against the Republican establishment, the Ford, Nixon, Rockefeller wing of the party. And he talked about the need for new leadership. And I love this expression of Reagan's. Leadership unfettered by old ties and old relationships. Too many Republican leaders, George Allen, etc., you know, are fettered to old ties and old relationships. When I was in Dallas speaking to the Tea Party people, and I was struck by a woman from Corpus Christi, Texas, who led 3,000 Tea Party members there. And she said, regularly we have our meetings and the politicians will call and want to come and speak to us. And I say, great, love to have you come. We'll introduce you. But you don't talk. You listen to us. I can't imagine any of my national conservative, or some, a few, but 90% would not ever talk to a Republican leader like that. Tea Party people do. You are unfettered, and you are the hope, you know, of our country. I just don't know how we're going to do it otherwise. He became famous for a lot of things, but one was, it's the economy, stupid. Remember that? Okay? So I like to paraphrase that and say to conservatives, it's the primaries, stupid. It's the primaries. In 2010, well, starting in 2009, we could see this wave coming that was likely to sweep the Democrats out of office. And what a shame it would have been in 2010 if we didn't primary Charlie Crist in Florida, and Arlen Specter in Pennsylvania, and Bob Bennett in Utah, etc. Because if we just brought in more big government, George Allen types, we would be right back out. The voters would throw us out 2 years later. So we use those primaries to advance our cause. Not as much as we should have, but we did it, and we're doing it again. We saw what happened in Indiana with Richard Murdoch beating Lugar, and Debbie Fisher in Nebraska last week, and then 2 weeks from now, 12 days from now, it'll be Jamie Radtke, and you know. Faith is, I'm a Catholic, and when we go to confession, we got to go in there with 3 things. 1, bless me, Father, for I've sinned, I've done wrong. 2, I'm sorry. 3, ain't gonna do it no more. Okay? I hadn't heard any one of those 3 from Alan. I haven't heard him say that he's done wrong, that he's sorry he did it, and he's not going to do it again. Hadn't heard any of that. So why should we think that, you know, he'll have any different behavior? I learned from a management guru a long time ago that those characteristics of human behavior you reward, you reinforce. So if you reward George Allen with that behavior, he's going to get the wrong message, you know. And it's so important to get the message out that, you know, we must send a message to not only to George Allen, but to Mitch McConnell, to John Boehner, every big government Republican in America. You know, this is talk about a shot heard around the world. You know, Jamie's nomination would do that. And I think in the next 4 to 5 years, we can take back the Republican Party. And then it will be a clear division between two worldviews. And I think everything changes at that point. And so the vision of taking over the Republican Party starts right now with the nomination of Jamie Radtke. Don't wait for orders from headquarters. Rush to the sound of the guns. Thank you.